All right, welcome to part two. If you are coming from part one, do leave a like on the video. If you're new, I suggest you go watch part one. It's a bit of a long one. It's mostly cutscenes, though. The parts should be a bit shorter going forwards. The first part is 2 hours plus of cutscenes and pretty much dialogue. But we're gonna try to make the episodes, 45 minutes to an hour. We're gonna try to get out as much as we can. I don't really want to do short episodes in a game like this. Seems more RPG like. I don't know what you can really accomplish in a 30-minute episode. But yeah, I mean that's about it. Let's get started. So far the game's been pretty good. Haven't gotten much gameplay yet, but the story so far and a recapping of the first game. Because again, like I mentioned in the last episode, I haven't played the first game, so them telling the stories was really helpful and insightful on their the relationship of the two main characters and everything else kind of going on. Mistaken, we gotta talk to Hans.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Well,
No, we do not.
We have a plan, actually.
God's hat, do I have to do all the thinking for us? I suppose we could stand at the side of the road and wait for Von Bergov to pass.
Oh, I'd say the wedding's a much better bet.
We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Work, your lordship, is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind
This
that
guy
I'm still
is so
your master.
pretentious.
Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
We don't have time for your spoilt brat manners now. Either we get to work, or we'll be stuck here forever.
Manners? I'll put manners on you. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
God, I didn't mind this guy at first, but Hans is kind of an ass.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sack.
It's an half heavy. Oh.
Or just like throw the sack somewhere else. Maybe it's in here. Thought it was in the shed over there.
The celebration is over and done with. Everything's going well. I'm in fine fettle. It's almost odd how well things are going.
Ah, I gotta carry 5 of those. Well, jeez.
But it ain't like this all the time.
Sure ain't easy to please.
Aye.
God grant
Get
you
a bad
health.
feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our learned physicians have a name for that?
I believe it's called.
I really hope there's not a lot of these
Bored?
If you've got time to worry about everything,
carry the sack
you're bored.
one by one.
And if you've got a loose end, come round and I'll be happy to help.
Oh, and the sack I placed disappeared.
What happened at the big wheel? At the mill? Yeah. The place by the giraffe factory.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad. I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in 2 to get it all done on time.
Why don't you take on a younger
You know, if I leave this part in, leave a comment below if I should just cut this out, or if I should just leave in me carrying 5 sacks. I don't know if I will or not. So if this does make it in, then yeah, let me know what you think. Honestly, if I don't have to cut anything else out or do anything else weird, then we'll probably leave it in.
What did you say? Say it again.
It
Oh.
was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trusky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Stop insulting our dead companions.
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Cheesiest way to start a fight.
It's a fight!
Uh-oh.
Why did you do that?
Just getting warmed up. Shit.
Get him!
You're no match for us.
Let him have it! Once more and we can go home. Ha! Keine Sorge.
These days, no one's ever really safe.
I don't know if I was supposed to punch that first guy at all.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
This is unbelievable.
Man, these guys just take shots.
You'll never beat me, another rough line.
Shame on you.
These days, no one's ever really safe.
Fucking got me.
Take that, you worm.
It's 2 down.
Take
Oh,
that.
man.
Filthy vermin. Let him have it.
Yo, take the bucket, you shit!
That madman.
Here, there's so many.
Gorva! I'm wounded!
We're gonna gut you, you whore son.
Show what you're made of.
Fucking Christ. I don't have the whole day for you. I hope he doesn't hurt that fuck.
Enough's enough. Time to die, you bastard.
Come on, then!
Shame on you.
What are you hopping about for? Need a piss?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Oh, come on.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off!
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
Good day to you. Greetings.
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child! You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
and let him insult me. Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Oh, and our little prince knows all about it, doesn't he? You only left your uncle's a week ago. All you've known up to now is a tavern on Rat-Eye Green.
Now you've gone too far. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
That's enough! Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backwards for you, I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims, and what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
But let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. And that's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
We'll see who's proud of who.
Uh-oh.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Open Virgo!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
All right, this is a reputation system. I mean, we've kind of noticed that with the dialogue we've chosen.
I suppose
Henry?
I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without
you have a moment?
stuck-up Lord of Perkstein. What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you.
I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes.
It's true.
Probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock
We'll find
Tower
him, see if he
Pond.
can
He watches
teach us anything.
for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Oh no.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He breaks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway?
I don't know if this NPC is really that important in the story here.
Just Bara.
Looks like
But
you know your way
we'll
around
exhaust the
here pretty good.
dialogue.
You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
That's I don't know about that.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city
She's got
can
a
be
pin
pretty
on her
dangerous
chest.
place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of
Wondering if
roasted
that's
stuffed
gonna-
geese? I appreciate your concern, but
I wonder if
I
that
have
pin
to
is
get
gonna have
the
something to
city
do with
first.
anything. The
That's
symbol
going to
itself.
take me a long while yet.
You said you were going to...
I'd like to go to
Oh,
Prague,
I
but
didn't mean to
don't
skip
know
that.
anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while.
Oh,
and
it, like,
once I
autoed the
say
dialogue.
goodbye, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin? A monk's robe? Or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
Ooh. So this might help us get into the wedding. I'm assuming... Not assuming, but maybe a theory that we can go in as a guard and or a noble party.
I
Let's go with
use some
armor.
Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armor, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now, but you might find something in the town hall armoury, although you'll need quick hands.
I'm not above stealing.
These will come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
My main concern is
So
getting
the
to that
wedding's up.
wedding in Semi. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and Blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in.
Well, maybe we can help with the gift.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going.
Alright, some useful information there.
So on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
What a map looks like. The map looks cool. It's detailed enough too. So what do we got? Drying rack, nest. Nothing on the map. Tomcat. What's this? Oh yeah, with the blacksmith. Quest tipster. Actually, if we can probably skip some dialogue here.
I just remember. I really need.
I
Alright, so I can't select any dialogue.
I really better go.
Good luck.
Tavern. Oh, I don't need to do the sax anymore. Those are like scissors?
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
That's what I'm looking for? Yep, it's
Isn't it a
Taylor.
sin to walk around naked like that, friend?
Show me your wares.
All right. Do I have any money? I don't know where it shows me my coin. Oh, my money. Oh, it's at the bottom. I have 320. Okay. High nobleman's clothes here. Do we purchase? Oh no, we just add things to the basket. Okay. Well, we need pants. It's 127. Where's the total price of the cart? Buying 143. For the horse. I don't have a horse yet. Get a hat. Don't have enough money. I have 320, do I not? Or is that how much he has? Oh, I have 0. Yeah, okay. Well, doubt I have anything on me to sell. Oh, I have clothes in my bag.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want any?
Why am I wasting your time? All right. So now that we have clothes on, let's go to point of interest really quick. Assuming it's this way, right? Yeah. I think the little knight icon for us points in the direction we're heading. Oh, is this like the armory? No.
Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days
What does that
ago,
mean?
when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Simine ordered all sorts of delicacies and precious spices from me for the wedding feast. And for Taylor
Side
Barker's
quest.
I was carrying expensive fabrics to make dresses for the occasion. If you only knew how much coin I spent on this.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Catchuck Pond, beyond Jelly-Off. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off. But what can I do?
Well, what can you do?
Nothing. What would you like?
I would like to go find the wagon.
I'll have a look at the way.
Erg's hunting sword. I don't have enough shit to sell.
Schade. I'll
I lose reputation by going into a vendor and not buying anything. Okay. So when we do the A stuff first, why does it say A? Who's the lettering? So main quest, side quest. Like I said in part 1, we're pretty much just gonna do main quest stuff. So I guess we're gonna go up to B. And again, if we enjoy the game, we'll do the rest on our live stream. We'll do a separate playthrough. Not saying we won't do any side quest stuff at all, but it's definitely gonna be. I'm gonna go this path. Few and far between. You know, if something makes sense for the story for us to go get something from whatever side quest, we'll go do that. Assuming this is the blacksmith. Oh no, there's just a little barn. It's a farm. Oh, there's another main road right here. Dirt.
Oh, gods. I wonder what their names were.
Probably shouldn't take from this. Much as I want to, because I want the bread. I have no reason for wanting the bread. I just want the bread. Man, I should have stole a horse. Should have stole a horse. Yeah, long running sequences like this. May cut that out too. You know, kind of just depends if we're saying anything, being entertaining or anything like that. You know what I mean? But in general, I want to do it with as little cuts as possible. Just in case. I think if I took that little path there. Oh, what are you? At least telling me if I talk to that guy, it's not going to end up well. Left. The grass caught my foot or something? I don't know. We have no weapon to defend ourselves, which is kind of an issue. I'm hoping the blacksmith will give us a sword or something. Maybe even just like a big stick, you know, a club. Really anything. I do think we may end up just using a bow and arrow. And then only really using the sword when we have to. I don't mind the fighting style. So for it's kind of like, not kind of like, it pretty much is, that's a hired hand. Wait, was that a rob keybind? Oh my god, I can rob him. Let's not do that right now. It's very, very reminiscent of For Honor. For Honor is just a little bit more in-depth. But, I assume he's not in there. Oh. There we are. That's not what I want to do. What? I want to talk to him. I didn't want to start blacksmithing.
What here, you scoundrel? Why'd you barge in here?
Oh, okay.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any.
He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure. Thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
All right. I mean, this is it. Yeah, that's steel. That's not iron. That's chest he meant.
And let's get started.
Guess we'll just dig it all. All right.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellows.
Ah, I see. I was just wondering if this was gonna like change colors once it's good.
See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, Brat. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil.
Fantastic.
Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly,
The whistling is super fucking
loud.
loud.
Sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
You know, I don't mind the in-depth crafting, but I hope everything we want to craft doesn't take this long.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes
man.
you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Sparks are flying. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work, there you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done.
Ooh.
The rest is just tweaking.
Fucking quench it. Oh, so he's just gonna do this part. This is not me. I hit a button, now he's gonna finish it off with the old quench. What, quenching it in cow's milk? The fuck? What's that shit? Is he gonna make us make the hilt? No.
Right.
Oh, we got a
Let's have
weapon.
look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
I don't think we have. Well, maybe you can get us into the wedding.
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Do I have
What
to
good
select
does it
all
do
these?
to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring.
Dude, it's
It rings out with a different sound.
forcing me to do this?
Right.
Alright.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Okay, this part. You didn't mention that the first time.
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
I'm assuming the sword we just forged is like 3 sections.
That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good
Fantastic.
at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
All right. Prove ourselves to the blacksmith. Hell yeah. All right. So get in the wedding party with the help of the blacksmith. Do I have to talk to him again? Or is it just going to be work? Optional. We're probably going to go the blacksmith route, to be completely honest. It fits the character a bit better. So...
What do you want, you yokel? Speak up or get... It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semin, and...
Another
they never
cart full
came
of
back.
shit.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semin and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semin.
He's probably right.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them.
All right, game saved right there. I think that's where we're gonna end this episode. OBS is gonna cut us off at an hour and 5 anyways. So I don't really know how much we're gonna be able to do in 10 minutes since we still don't have a horse. But yeah, if you like the episode, leave a like down below. Again, not much going on. We just learned how to craft. Assuming now that we have a sword, next episode we'll actually get some gameplay. You know, we had a little tavern side brawl, which was fun. But yeah, again, if you like the video, leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Part 3 will be coming out soon. This part will be out today. We're going to probably go back to back with the recordings and just make sure we release at least 1 or 2 parts every day. But yeah, but have a good night. Enjoy your day. Catch us live, twitch.tv/Rusama, or on YouTube, just right here on this channel. And that's about it.